Hello, this is an informational video on understanding Web 2.0. As a technology coach, I think it's important to have these resources out there for educators looking to learn more on the topic. So first off, what is Web 2.0? Web 2.0 can be defined as a version of the World Wide Web that is more collaborative, user-generated, and socially structured than the previous World Wide Web. The term Web 2.0 was introduced by Tim O'Reilly at the Web 2.0 conference in 2004 to describe a new generation of web apps that had user-generated content and data was the driving force. This was not a new technology, but a change in how developers and users built applications on the web. Key components of Web 2.0. First, it's a social web. The end user is the participant and a content creator. It's rich internet applications, RIAs, bring desktop to the browser, so you're constantly being able to upload and input files onto the web. It's a highly interactive applications, such as drag and drop abilities online. And lastly, service-oriented architectures, or SOAs, enable the sharing of information and services between two different Web 2.0 applications. Next, we can look at the differences between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 and the differences between the two. So Web 1.0 was very read-only, whereas Web 2.0 became interactive and described as a read-write web, which is more dynamic. Web 1.0 is about client-server, webmaster responsibility to keep the website updated and provide useful information to the content and the end user. In Web 2.0, it's just the opposite. Other people are allowed to come in and update the content. It's more than just searching for information. Some of the Web 2.0 applications that allow us to share experiences and allow to edit and provide drag and drop facilities, for example, are Flickr, blog lines, Delicious, Technorati. There's so many of them, and we'll talk about a few more coming up. So again, we can see the differences between Web 2.0, Web 1.0 versus Web 2.0. Web 1.0, we can see these directly correlate to each other. Web 1.0 is publishing, whereas Web 2.0 is participation. In Web 1.0 we were reading, and Web 2.0 we're reading and writing, and so on. You can see all the different things all the way down to bookmarking. Bookmarking has now become, we have the ability to collaborate and tag and use social bookmarking with Digo or Delicious. This is just a diagram of how we can see the differences between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. So as you can see, there is not a lot of functions for Web 1.0 to do. There was one webmaster that put it on the web and it went to a bunch of people. Well, now we have a lot more tools that we can use, not just reading, but tagging, adding other people in, so many other options. And not only can the webmaster create that, but then other people can create and add to it as well. And then it goes back to a larger group of people, and then they can add more into it as well. So everyone has the ability to collaborate on this. And again, another diagram to see the Web 2.0 interaction. I felt like these were helpful to actually visualize what Web 2.0 all entails. The content creation, user-to-user interaction. Of course, you're still getting that information access, but you're just able to provide a collective intelligence instead of just one webmaster creating the content. So Web 2.0 in education. What can we use? There's social networking such as Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Blogs such as Blogger, Blogster, WordPress, Weebly. Social bookmarking such as StumbleUpon. We talked about Delicious and Digo. videos such as YouTube or TeacherTube. There's a lot more video out there as well. There's other applications such as presentation software such as Prezi, Keynote. There's office software such as using Google Docs instead of the traditional Microsoft Office suite. Now you can use it online and you can use it collaboratively with other people. There's also wikis. Wikis are really popular. You can have a wiki on PBWorks where you're collaborating with other people. And I think the biggest wiki is Wikipedia, which is a collaborative encyclopedia of information. If we look at this diagram, we can see all these little icons are different applications, Web 2.0 applications. And we can see each color has a different function and a different service. So there's so many of them. We're not going to cover them all in this video, but just to show you how many are out there, there's so many out there. So if you're looking to do something, there's probably an application for it online. You just have to know different things that you're looking for. So how do we incorporate Web 2.0 tools in our classroom? We're going to go through some of these. Obviously, I can't do all of the Web 2.0 applications in this video, but hopefully you'll be able to get some ideas and incorporate some of these into your classroom. So first of all, encourage students to share work socially. Social media allows students to self-organize into smaller independent groups. These groups were based on commonalities like age, language, art proficiency levels. By allowing students to share on the site of their choosing, social sharing will become more naturally. The next thing is using hashtags to facilitate a guest speaker discussions. You can use hashtags on Instagram, Facebook, or the big one is Twitter. To incorporate hashtags during classroom discussion is to encourage students to tweet questions to a guest speaker as the guest speaker is talking. The method ensures that students don't interrupt the speaker while he or she is talking. More importantly, however, it also engages the students' social communities outside of the classroom, so people who aren't taking the class can also chime in with questions for the guest speaker. So maybe they have, their parents at home or friends at a different school can chime in. Anybody that has expertise on the topic can chime into that conversation as well. It really, globalizes the classroom, which is huge in today's society. You can require students to keep a blog as well. Keeping a blog is a phenomenal way to work on your voice as a writer and to truly explore and hone in on your personal interests. However, between essays and homework assignments, many high school students see blogging as more of a chore than a positive career move. By requiring students to keep a blog in place of some traditional assignments, you make your job as a teacher easier and you help them establish their digital presence as an emerging thought leader. Another thing is to require original and expert sources. So one idea, you can have people come in from the community and talk, but you can also have students create a LinkedIn account and create their own network of people and draw from those those conversations with those people through LinkedIn, and then they'll have their expert sources in an online community. The other big thing is Google. Google allows you to work collaboratively. We talked about Google Docs. It allows you to work collaboratively at the same time online, so you don't have to be in the same place to be working on the same document, spreadsheet, whatever it may be. And then there's also Google Hangouts, which is a great way to get that face-to-face with your students when you're not actually in the classroom, so you can do outside of classroom work as well. It's a great way for your students to stay on the same page and keep in touch. So that's all I have for you today on Web 2.0. I hope that this has been a valuable video for you and that you can take some of these ideas and try to incorporate them in your class. Thank you for tuning in.